All right, so now I want you to take a look at production schedules and safety part 2. It's no coincidence that schedules and safeties are a big part of this course and a big part of the textbook is because they really form the backbone of successful production in many, many ways. So one of the things you should always be thinking about as someone who's putting together production is the safety and the risk assessment. Safety on a production is everyone's job, but it's often one person's job to do what they call a risk assessment on a production shoot, right? So this risk assessment is many things, but it is not a list of things you're not allowed to do. That's simply the wrong way to approach it, psychologically and materially. An effective risk assessment is assessment of what you are going to do that day, what is actually going to be performed. What are the risks from doing those things? You need to think it through. And how are you going to manage these risks? You can't avoid the risk. You can't get rid of them. You can't eliminate them. You can think about how you're going to manage them. Because the fact that there are some risks does not mean you shouldn't do it. It simply means you should take great pains to understand the risk and take adequate precautions. The last thing you want to do for many, many reasons is for someone to get hurt. There are two key phrases that you need to understand to be effective at risk assessment. One of those is the hazard, something with the potential to cause harm. Fire, electricity, things we might trip over, etc. All those kind of things. Heat, sun, cold, right? And then the risk, the chances of that hazard happening and how serious the consequences might be, right? So you need to think about the hazard and what could happen as a result. Only when you do that can you know how to manage that risk and those hazards, right? There are 4 general rules which will significantly contribute to the overall safety of your production. Number 1, don't do it alone. You're not there alone. Don't do it alone. Number 2, get organized. Make sure you have a plan. 3, give yourselves enough time, right? Rushing almost always equals danger. And also think about safety early. Do this risk assessment before you actually start shooting. Don't put it off. Make it an important part of what you're doing. Just imagine, this is the thing you care about most of all in the world at the moment. And if you overlook something or someone makes a stupid mistake, the entire production could be ruined, put at risk, delayed, canceled, right? So details for all of this can be found on page 71 of your textbook. So you should really read them and think about them. Apply them to what we're talking about today, this semester in our TV project, right? You can find examples of risks assessments on page 75 and 78. So think about those things, right? Really consider them. If you want to get into broadcast production at all, having a keen sense of safety and risk assessment will only make you a more attractive team member in every way. So make sure you take the safety and risk assessment quiz and participate in any assigned discussion about this material that might be posted. Just take a look in the folder and see what's there. And as always, I will see you on the boards.